I'm going to sit here with a judgy face, is what I'm going to do.
Hello, chosen
Hello.
ones. I am bald, if you don't follow me on Twitter. Why not? I also have a giant tub of ice cream that I'm going to be eating for at least the next hour. Hannah has Pringles that I don't know if she's finished yet, and if she's not, I'm amazed.
I've moved on to chocolate.
There is the word sprints is nowhere on this video because I'm not setting up for failure. Hannah does need to edit though, so I mean, to be fair, we're only going to be here until like 7, so that's only an hour. So, hello, Nina. Look at me getting your name right. So proud of me. I know we've started a little bit early, but it's because if you don't know, Hannah is my, what did we call you? The TV Arcade Master, the manager,
the referee, or manager, or something like that. Yeah, no,
Hannah's the manager of TV Arcades. So we were just going through like what I've read, keeping up with points, and then I admitted that my haul for February is. So I'm just letting her see everything that I have bought. So, right, let me think.
I need to make a list.
I need to sort my shit out.
Okay, so for the context for this, so obviously with Emma's TBR game, she gets tickets for every book that she finishes. We've upped it to 1,000 because she gets certain points when she's finished her TBR. She then gets more tickets per page for other books she reads on top of it. But she loses tickets every time she buys a book. And I'm just checking my little list here. A book purchase is 5,000 tickets. So she's 1 month in, and she's going to be. I don't even want to do the maths. I don't even want to do the maths.
If I recall, it's 5,000 tickets to redeem to buy a book, but if I don't have those tickets, it's 10,000.
I don't remember you discussing that, but that sounds so cruel. Oh yeah, non-essential book purchase is minus 10,000. Wow. Yeah. When Emma said that her target was going to be 25,000 tickets, I was like, that's really not too bad, because that's 2 months, really, because she does like 10 books and they're 1,000 each. Easily done. No. This is why it's going to take all year to get back to 25,000.
Oh my goodness. Hello. Rosie! Emma covered in books, yes. How many tickets does Emma have now? Like 3,100.
Yeah.
Minus. But I have justifications. So hold on.
Well, you were allowed 5 per game, depending on whether you had them. So you had Shiny Broken Pieces was allowed because...
Yeah. So this is allowed because I needed it for my TBR game.
Yeah.
Then...
Mm-hmm.
Well, hold on. Let me just... I'm walking to a rut where I can't actually put things back. Then... Well, I have Sleeping Giants, but this came from my mum's house. I got this months ago, like years ago, from my stepdad. So this just came from my parents, my mum's house. Uh-oh. Someone else to shout at me for buying books.
Mm-hmm.
Rosie, I will let you see the earrings once I am out of this pile of books, because if I move, they're all going to fall. So 2 minutes. So this was like a new...
Doesn't count. That's fine.
Pay for it. In that same vein, this mini self-care for Libra book was sent to me as a gift, as was Talking with Psychopaths, as was Distortion, as was, I think, was Pages & Co. Yeah, Molly sent me Pages & Co. So these were gifted.
Okay, they don't count.
Oh, also Molly gifted me the program. I want a copy of this to review. Who, what, and why?
It's my notification for WhatsApp. What a way to enter, right?
I'm missing. Oh no, this must have. This did this come from? Why? I have two. Oh yeah, no. These two were from Box of Stories. So
okay.
That's my subscription.
Yeah, subscription boxes don't count. Yeah. Because it's if you're already subscribed, like
this was my Willoughby Book Club subscription.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're just seeing my haul early, like way to give it away.
I don't mind. I'm trying to wait, like, because the pile is still quite tall. I'm still trying to work out how many minus 10,000 points I need to give you.
Not that one. This one.
Yep.
Was I'm missing one. What else did you send me with this?
You got the Ghost Garden as a repayment for postage, and you got A House on the Edge of Magic.
But I thought I hauled those in January.
How? I sent them out on the 1st of Feb.
So I've somehow just put them...
Or was it Love is for Losers? You had like 8 books from me. No, Love is for Losers you bought. So that is one of them. But that was, you bought, we discussed that after. Because I think you'd already ordered that.
I don't even know.
Let me get the list of books that I've sent you, Emma. Let me open up another spreadsheet.
I have these arcs of the Hatmakers and Uma. I can't read it. Uma and the Answer to Absolutely Everything. They were like trades, so
okay,
they don't count. Sweet Cherry Publishing lost their minds and sent me this. Now, the reason I say they lost their minds is because this book came out in, I want to say 2018. Oh no, 2019. Yeah, I'm forgetting that this is 2021. This came out 2019, and the companion came out last year. And last year they asked if I would review and be on the blog tour for the second one, and they sent me both copies, which I read and reviewed both of them. And then for whatever reason, this month, this showed up from them. But to my mum's house. Oh. But they had just recently asked me about this book series and confirmed my new address. So I'm very confused, but I have that. I think this was a gift. This was either a gift or part of the ARC trade, and like it went in because it's new. Oh dear. So we have Love is for Losers, and then we have these that Ocean. So Ocean was getting rid of Meet Me in Outer Space, Undead Girl Gang, 8 Pieces of Silver, Odd Girl Out. This definitely counts as a necessary purchase because it's about autism.
Right. So how many is that? Go back through that. The ones you got from Ocean.
So excluding necessary, there's 4.
Okay.
But I didn't pay for this. Ocean threw Jekyll and Hyde in for free because of the sticker.
Okay, so 3.
So 3.
Okay.
And then today, Connor Stompanato came to visit, socially distanced, because I was giving him some books, and he gave me this. But technically, I didn't pay for this. Connor drove here, gave me 20 quid for my books, and gave me a book.
All right.
And smelled fucking glorious, by the way. That man.
So Emma sent a voice note earlier, or it was a text originally saying that Connor smelled great, and I was like, no, I need an explanation. And then she just sent a voice note saying, oh, he's just been in my room, and I was like, no, still gonna need an explanation. What? Also, so your Waypoint subscription box, you got Chilling Effect and In the House at the Edge of Magic. Other books you have bought from me include Influence, Horror Store, The Starless Sea, The Hand of the Wall, The Starfell, and Skullduggery. But the other 2, they were all pre-January. But I posted out the box on the 1st of Feb. It's just, I think yours arrived literally the 2nd of Feb. It arrived really quickly. But yes, the only books you've had from me since then is Love is for Losers and Shiny Breaking Pieces.
I'm going to apologise to everyone, but I need to put those books back on the right shelf. Which I'm sure some of you will love, so you're welcome. But it was bugging my happiness. And also, I don't think Katie's here, But for anyone who's curious, but not that Katie, other Katie that loves the rat, not Katie that's actually alive. The rats are out, but they went fucking mental and were like all over the top of my bookcase, and I was like, absolutely not. So they're on my bed somewhere. There we go.
Well, if you would like to know how many minus points you are.
Well, 22,000? No, 28,000.
26,000. Because there's 3. Yeah, like if I take away the points you've already earned, which is 3,100, it's 26,900. Minus. You're in minus. So you've got to read 50 books to get back.
I didn't quite think of that part.
You're lucky so many of those books were gifted, because when you came down with that original pile, I was like, you're going to be in minuses for the next 5 years.
Oh my gosh. So Rosie wants to... Oh, fuck. Pulled out my thing. Where's my... I'm not winning. Not winning with cables. So the earrings are my brand. Toy Story Aliens. These are made by the glorious... let me see if I've got a plain... Oh. With Chandelier and Skittles on Etsy. Erin makes the most gorgeous earrings. I've bought so many from her. She's based in Edinburgh. And I kept saying to her, make me Toy Story Aliens, make me Toy Story Aliens. And I kept ordering loads of earrings from her. And then I kept trying to order earrings during launch days. And people were getting in front of me. So I was like, can you remake these for me? And then she sent me my aliens for free as like a thank you. Because she's like, they're ugly. So I'm sending them. I was like, they're not ugly. They're just a little wonky, but they're precious. So love that for me. Erin actually has, hold on, I'm gonna get her link because she has her spring collection launching on Friday, 6 p.m. UK time. And honestly, you gotta get in there. Like, her stuff is incredible, and like they're really light. Like, I would never wear like dangly earrings, but I've got like I really love these pair. I'm just gonna show you all my earrings now. It's Tuesday night earring thing. But I fell in love with these Art Deco pairs, so I bought these thinking, oh, I'll just have them for the sake of it, and they're so light. Like, you don't feel them, so I bought these ones too. I've got... Where are they all? Let's just go through my collection.
Are they clay or acrylic?
Clay. I've got these little daisies.
Cute.
These are my favourites. I was like, as soon as I saw them, I was like, I need them. Yeah, this way around. They say, ooh, no. These were from the Valentine's collection.
Love that.
I have another pair of studs that are somewhere... Oh, I'm literally obsessed. Like, I don't want to advertise it because she hasn't done this in the last few orders that I've had, but usually the first couple orders I placed with her, you also got a packet, like a mini packet of Skittles. So I don't know if she stopped because of COVID or if she stopped because it's me. She's fed up giving me all her Skittles, but let me find her account because I'm gonna send you all to her Insta. Because not her Insta, but her Etsy and favorite it. She still has. There's 4 pairs of earrings still available. There's a blue XO pair, and then there's 3 pairs from Valentine's still available, which are like my ones that say "no," but they're ride or die, as if, and K buy. So you can jump in there. And then sorry, I forgot to shut YouTube, so when I clicked on it, it started playing. There you go. Why do I get so many notifications when I'm busy? Oh, speak of the devil, Connor's just messaged me.
He's like, will you stop telling people I smell nice? It's weird.
No, he was like, thanks for all the books. Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know the aftershave is. Okay, what? Oh, that's me. Haha. What are the points? That's a lot of points. Fake. Oh. 1 second, Rosie. And no offense to Hannah and Katie. Like, I feel like I have barely spoke. Katie's not even got a word in yet. Katie's here, like, oh, I point out this is actually a belated birthday celebration live because Katie's birthday was the other day. But Katie was sick.
Happy birthday, Katie!
So,
Thank you. I'm still not with it. Like, I literally, it feels like I'm drunk. Like, it's the after COVID feeling. Like, I literally feel like I'm sat here and like the room's spinning. It's really weird. But they call it long COVID, is what apparently I've got, where I'm just recovering from the COVID.
well, the reason I got so excited.
Sup, bitch?
Hey!
Wow,
What an entrance!
Hey!
Hey!
Happy birthday, Katie.
Thank you.
I'm on my iPad, so bear with.
What's that?
Because my laptop's temperamental and I'm trying to export!
Love that.
So, Rosie was asking what the points are, and I was pointing out that Rosie is a fake Emmanovella stan because Rosie obviously hasn't seen the TV arcade. I don't blame. Honestly,
Look,
the real joke is Rosie probably has seen the TV arcade. It's my game, and I don't even know what the points are. So.
No, that's why you brought me in, because you were like, Hannah, there's maths involved. Yeah.
Hannah, have you been told that you might have to keep track of someone else now?
It was like mid-video. I was like just casually like doing my thing. I think I was tidying my bedroom or something and just had like the watch later playlist like just on its loop thing and just, you know, just enjoying hearing friendly voices in the background. And then Emma goes, "Oh, Hannah, if you could do this." And I'm like, "Sorry, wait, are we what?" Like just called out of nowhere. Did not expect that.
Yeah,
Did not appreciate it either.
She wants you to track her crystal buying now too.
I can't. I can't. I can only track one hobby at a time.
She was like, "Oh my god, yeah, like I need to just like save my money so I can like do all these things." And I was like, "I know what you can do. You can stop buying crystals."
You know why this stream's happening now? Because I have something at 7.
Yeah.
The thing that's happening at 7 is my normal Crystal Girls doing a Crystal live on Insta.
Amazing.
I've already spoken with her.
Now decided to send me.
Yeah, I said
each time.
Oh my god, no, but you know what I did though, Molly? You know how we've got the matching moons coming? Well, I was on that girl's live the next day because she did a part 2. And my friend Alex, who I know through theatre that I met in real life like 10 years ago, Alex has started getting into tarot and stuff. So I was like, "Alex, come watch this live." And then Alex was like, "Oh, I like the skull." And I was like, "I like the skull." Alex bought the skull. And I was like, "It's fine. It's £17. I'm not buying a mini skull at that price." And then she had this like a duplicate. And I was like, "I've got matching skulls from Jersey Dragons with Molly. Now I need one with Alex."
Love that.
Also, I hope you all like your new names.
Hannah, the manager.
The manager.
Mm-hmm. I really should put it in my Twitter bio because I feel like it's the closest to a job I've had in a while.
Belated birthday girl before people start panicking that they've forgotten. I mean, if they panic that they've forgotten Katie's birthday, then they did because they would have known it.
I was gonna say it was 5 days ago now.
How are you feeling, Katie?
Oh, like at the moment it's like I'm drunk. Like I don't know, it's like I'm there but not there. It's really weird. Like I don't know whether it's fatigue or whether I don't know. It's weird.
Are you drinking lots of water?
We don't know.
Water kind of makes me feel a bit sick, so I've just been drinking like juice. So,
like squash or like actually juice?
Mixture, squash. I've got a fruit smoothie here.
Oh, good one.
And also Nesquik milkshakes for some reason I've been able to stomach.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just weird.
See, water has like a different taste depending on what temperature it is. I can't stand room temperature water, but give it to me on ice. Tasty.
Have you ever had Scottish tap water?
Have I had what?
Scottish tap water.
No, like I said, I don't remember. I'm sure I have. I've been to Scotland and I've had water. There must be taps involved somewhere.
That often to like have some tap water, you know.
Our tap water. See my area. Our tap water's fucking deadly. Like that's one thing we've got. It's so good. Like, see when I've been abroad and you have to drink all the bottled water. Oh, it's so good coming home and putting your tap on and getting a glass of water.
Is anyone else thinking that that's a really rubbish thing to be bragging about where you live? Oh my god, you know where I live? We have really great
such a strange flex. I was like, am I just a massive bitch because I don't care?
No, you're not.
I'm like, when did this happen? Like, when did we start caring about tap water?
Well, it's as fucking good as mine.
Okay.
Yeah. I was waiting, Rosie. I was like, if you don't fucking know me and my aliens.
I think we just need to make a list of things that Emma says that out of context is just extra bizarre.
I just spent so long being like a Luna or a nutmeg here. I was like,
I'm not being funny. If people didn't know Emma as well and like how she speaks, right?
Yeah.
If someone was to just think, oh, our tap water's fucking deadly, like they'd be like, oh my god, like you shouldn't be drinking it.
Why are you drinking it then?
Yeah, when you said deadly, I was like, is she going to tell me that there's like Ebola? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, they've actually been passing the corona through the water.
Oh, don't, because that will spark a whole new conspiracy theory.
That would make sense as to why Katie feels sick when she drinks water. I've cracked it.
Mm-hmm.
There is the link to Chandelier and Skittles. Scroll back on the live chat and pay for the shop. When they're singing happy birthday to Katie's. Woo! I think I have seen it, but I'm so forgetful. Oh, don't worry, me too. I was like, you've not seen what? Oh, yeah, TB Arcade.
I mean, I've seen your TB Arcade and I still don't know what you're on about with Queen.
No, nobody does. Nobody does.
It. I just say to Hannah, I'm like, what's going on? And she's like, XYZ. And I'm like, yeah, cool. She's like, is that right? I'm like, I don't know. I'm just going to go with it.
At 10 p.m, actually, it's usually 10 to 10 because I've set an alarm for it and it reminds me 10 minutes before it starts. At 10 p.m, every single Friday, I text Emma and ask for a specific list of books she's finished. And then I have to go and find out how many pages they are because they weren't on her original TB Arcade list. So I've got to work out how many tickets there were because Emma cannot be trusted.
Emma, that's the thing. It's not even
It's really bad that you're rotating your hands to track for you.
Do you know what it was? Like, no, it was completely me because like she was like, oh, Hannah, can you give me a hand? And I was like, yeah, I've already made a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
She's like, I'm done, don't worry.
Do it without you knowing.
Yeah.
Like,
you just have to be there.
Like, I don't trust you. And then Robbie's in the group chat like, what? Poor
Like,
Robbie.
what is happening?
Robbie's like abandoned booktube, abandoned Twitter right now. He's like, I'm giving it up for Lent. And then he comes onto the group chat and he's like, sorry, what? He's like, what?
Where are we? Yeah.
I keep
Like-
seeing people being like, I'm giving up book buying for Lent, and I'm like, never me.
I didn't give up anything for Lent this year. I was like, life's hard enough.
Right?
Super
Don't take
Lent.
things away from me.
What I enjoy.
Super Lent. I'm giving up. I'm giving up.
Oh, okay.
I'm just giving up.
Oh, that was the joke. Oh, okay. We were both so patiently waiting, just like,
I was like, they've not clicked at all.
No.
Oh, I love it.
And then she also brought a can of iron brew in, so I was like,
Yeah. Yeah, I was like, are you giving
Really?
up iron brew? I really can't see you
and I was
doing
like,
that.
well, that's a lie, because I did no wish list.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
we've got
Start
a case of normal and a case of diet iron brew on the wish list.
My Amazon wish
Depends how I'm
list.
feeling.
What is even on? Like, my normal wish list right now is just tarot cards. Oh my god. For the lie. I need to let you people know this if you don't already know. I know Hannah knows. Don't know if Molly knows. Well, mind you might have seen it on Twitter, but we all know I now have a problem with crystals and tarot. I say a problem. I'm now into it. I'm now that great.
No, you were right the first time. Go back.
Yeah.
What?
There was no mistake.
I said, no, you were right the first time. Go on.
But anyway, my gran this morning, because like one of the girls that I follow on Insta did a tarot live last night where she goes on her live, and if you can ask her to do a reading, and if you call to her, she'll do a reading for free, but you can donate if you want. And I was like, I know you. I've given you enough money over the last couple of days. Like, I'm just gonna ask for free. So I got a free reading, and I like screen recorded it, sent it to my mum and my gran, and I go downstairs this morning. And my gran's like, "So how much did that cost you?" And I was like, "Nothing." She was like, "Oh," and then she's like, "Well, don't be getting into all of that." And I was like, "Sorry, what?" She's like, "Just don't be getting involved with it." And I was like, "It's not a cult. Like, I'm not getting into drugs." And she's like, "Yeah, well,
Your nan's scared you're going to curse her.
no, you know what it is? Fucking Coronation Street has a storyline with this woman whose husband died. And
Oh, I did see that.
She's
on
like,
Twitter.
she's got herself into debt over going to see a spiritualist. Cat. No. So yeah, now Cat is not happy. You're getting death glares. If you touch me, I kill you. But yeah, my gran's basically now. What the fuck is in your hand, Molly? Oh, I was like, oh no.
Yes.
Oh, oh.
Adorable.
Oh my god, I think that I'm going to cry.
Is that nutmeg?
This one's nutmeg, yeah. Ugh.
Oh, we love you.
Ah!
Absolutely not. Like, you will come here. You will get the kisses.
Oh. Oh my god, I'm in love.
You will stay and you will take the affection.
Oh no, the claws are coming out. You will stay.
Oh
my
my
god,
god.
that is so cute. Emma, do you know what I saw the other day? And I actually wanted to cry with laughter. Because, I follow you on TikTok.
Pictures of me in the group chat.
No, you in TikTok with your nan on the phone to that scam place.
LSD 999.
That was too funny. And then she was like, I'm done talking now.
She got nearly 200,000 views. What are we on?
Well, yeah, it must be doing like another round because I saw it when you first posted it and it was recommended to me on my For You page again like 2 days ago. And I was just like, good times. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I was already following you, but normally I'm scrolling through my following because I'm sick of the shit that gets recommended to me on my For You page now. So, because I think like the algorithm reset or something, I saw a lot of the people that I was following, because I follow a lot of gay people, they were going, why is my For You page full of straight people now?
I love that. I think every now and then you just have to search for something that you're really interested in. So I usually research cats. That's usually my go-to. And then it like resets it.
Love a cat TikTok, mate.
But I saw your it's 3 a.m. in the Big Brother house.
Oh.
I put it on my Instagram story first, and I was like, let me do one without my name in it, even though, whatever. And then Kay, they text me, because obviously at 3 a.m. here is like kind of early evening where they are because they're in PS2. They messaged me and they were like, "Your fucking Instagram story," and I was like, it's because I follow someone called Nosebleed Fits that talks like that.
Yes! Oh,
Yeah.
I love Nosebleed Fits.
And I was
So I got really excited then.
After, like, just constantly watching hers because it was so funny. Like, there was one that's like, you know, those videos that it's like, play this if you're ever in an Uber. And she was like, "Are you in the Uber yet? Does he know you've trod in shit?" Like, so I was just watching loads of her videos and then I just got stuck with the accents. So I was like, it's 3:20 a.m. in the Big Brother house.
Hannah, were you watching Meg's live the other day with Molly and Sabine?
I caught a bit of it. I didn't catch much of it, but
did you catch the Big Brother Gemma Collins, Alison Hammond compilations?
Do you know when we got off? Right?
What happened was Sabine, I don't know how to start into it, but Sabine just turned around and went, like, "Oh, I know so much about British culture, like Honey G."
Aww, that's horrible.
Honey G is like
American
level.
Honey G isn't American.
Isn't Honey? I thought Honey G was American.
No,
am I thinking of?
You're thinking of Honey Boo Boo.
That's what I'm thinking of. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of.
No, Honey G from X Factor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't watch X Factor. Tell me what that is.
I didn't watch Honey G.
Oh, her.
Yeah. See, I don't watch.
I googled it.
So we were like, right, Sabine, no, you do not know what you're talking about. So we started going about Gemma Collins, Alison Hammond. It was brilliant. the episode of Big Brother when they tell Thingy that David Bowie had died, and she goes and tells. She's like, "David's dead." That whole thing, I can't. I actually can't. Oh, it was brilliant.
Gold.
So is this during the live stream then? You're just showing clips and stuff and that got copyright? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so and the only clip was that actually, funnily enough, the Alison Hammond one because it was this morning.
Oh.
So Meg was just like, after it's alright, I'll just edit that out in Creative Studio after.
Yeah, because you can just cut bits out, can't you?
Just because it's this morning. She was like, "Good to know for the future. Never used this morning." Memes.
Amazing. That's
like
so bizarre.
Alison Hammond like pushes the guy in the water.
Oh,
yeah.
Classic, absolute classic. I watch a lot of those like TV blooper ones that have things like that with people like falling over or hurting themselves and things like that. That's You've Been Framed is a pinnacle of British television, for example.
Yes.
I'm going back through our group chat and I just can't. I just can't.
I like to point out that I made one Velma reference and then you and Ali were like, "Go hard or go home." Let's just send all of those photos.
I sent one picture just because I felt a bit left out halfway through.
Yeah. There was so many. Like 3 hours later, Emma's still sending photos. Yeah.
I was having a great time.
I did consider, like, because obviously Hairdressers is opening in a month, and I was like, maybe I'll just cut all my hair off. But I will look like Velma again, so probably won't.
I manifested the Hairdressers.
Yeah.
Like,
what's funny to me, right, is this is how impulsive Emma is again. I'm getting texts the night before they shave their head. Going, "Oh, I really want to shave my head, but if I do, I think I'll do it for a charity and like I'll film it and like donate all the money, and then but I like will do it that it's either like donate and then I'll shave it." Next thing I know, I'm getting pictures going, "Oh my god, Molly, look!" I was like, "Are you shaving your head?"
I didn't even get that much of a span. I literally got like a text like the night before saying I really fancy shaving my head, and I was asleep by that point by the time that text came in. So then the following day it was like, I did it.
I did it. I'm not
like, I'm not gonna do it, girl. I'm just thinking about it. I'm not gonna do it. I did it.
My favourite one is the adapted one. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is. It's a me. It's the one where it's like, girl, don't do it. Already did it. Already did it. Like that. I'm like, oh, I felt that in my soul. I keep meaning to do one of those every time I get new stock in. That I'm going to do like a, girl, don't do it. Already did it. Already got new stock in. And every time I just get too excited. I open the box, I get all the books out, and then go, oh, should have filmed that. should have got that on camera.
Completely differently. I was just
what did you hear?
say something really stupid. I'm gonna say it anyway because otherwise it's not funny. I was gonna say you've got another 10 months to wait because I thought you said stocking.
Oh. Yeah, I have got time to plan that, thankfully.
Oh
yeah. I was like, yeah, I want to do that every time I get a new stocking, and I'm like, what? Okay.
Oh, yeah, that would, yeah.
You know,
no,
what I love today. What I love today was that I keep looking at the book wholesalers because I'm like, oh, I want to make Twice Read Tales. Like, I want us to have, like, at least to be able to like go and order like books with autism rep and like sort of more diverse books and just kind of have those there as well, and then also like give people more options for their boxes. And like all day I've been like, Hannah, what does this mean? What do we do this? And I to the point where Hannah literally just sent me the shrugging emoji, like, oh fuck.
You were asking so many questions, and the thing is, like, it's one of those things where it was a lot easier for me to apply for gardeners because I already had loads of business info and stuff like that because of the type of business mine is. Whereas with yours, I'm like, oh, just put this, and you're like, I can't, and I'm like, then I got nothing. Like, this is where my expertise ends.
Yeah, it was like, what do you think your projected income is? And Hannah was like, oh, if you put like 20,000, I was like, it was like maybe 20,000 pennies.
Yeah, if we're really lucky.
Hello, Hillary Reeds. Don't know why I sang your whole username, but you know, like, why not?
Why not?
We're just gonna call everyone by their full usernames now. So, this is Ladette M, not Hannah Joe the Manager. This is Kit Kats Can Read, not Katie, and this is Mind of Molly, not Molly Butte. And oh my god, I.
And I.
Oh, funny.
That was really. It was just the.
Like, oh my god.
Let's just skip this one, shall we?
Yeah. No one cares about this one.
The one hosting it. No, that's fine.
I had a Gandhi sending me an email. No way. No, it's what I was going to say, like, oh, this is Emmanovella, not Emma. I was like, oh, but people do say Emmanovella. And then I was thinking the fact that, like, I was saying the other day, because, like, also I'm really close friends with Ocean. And then Ocean tweeted saying that if you were to do it again.
Ocean is amazing.
Ocean, fucking adore. But they tweeted and they were like, oh, if I was to change my name again, I'd choose River. And I was like, well, Ocean River or River Ocean is like a really cool name. And I was like, oh, and I was thinking, I was like, because I love the name Ocean. And then there's someone else I know called Zero. And I was like, I fucking love that. And I was sitting like, oh, what would I call myself? And I was like, oh my God, Cloud. And I was like, no, it's too much like God. And then on my art page, Novellustrations, that's where I follow like all the crystal things. And then when I go on a live, like if you claim, they'll be like, oh, such and such is claimed. And this one girl, she cannot say Novellustration, so she was like a novella, so she would just call me Novella. I was like, quite like that. But I was like, I don't know.
You.
Like, how many?
Because like in Skullduggery, you have to like choose a name so that people don't like control you and stuff. And I got to the bit yesterday where the main character chooses her name, and you're meant to choose something that is completely different to everyone else so that you can't like not copying someone else and get confused, but also it's a name that is already known to you. So I like the idea of you being called Novella because that is that is part of something that you're already familiar with. But even as a standalone name, that's quite cool.
Yeah, because it's like Ella, but a little different.
Yeah.
Okay.
Novella.
Yeah, I'm Novella now, and I will aggressively argue. No, I'm kidding. You can call me. People can call me what they want. It's when people are like, "What's your pronouns?" I'm like, "Well, she, they," but like, I don't care. Like, you can call me he. You can call. But I was just saying, you could call me it. You can, but I feel like people would do that in the more passive, like, "Oh yeah, it," rather than like genuinely someone's pronoun. But like, I don't care. Like, I really don't.
Calling someone an it feels really aggressive. Like, even if it's, oh, my preferred pronouns are, I still feel like that's quite an aggressive thing.
Yeah, like, I do know
someone.
a couple of people who have it, but unless, like, I'm just, you know how you'd be like, what, she, her, or he, they, or whatever. It's more like it, or it is. So it's the one with one my brain's just malfunctioning.
Yeah, I was going to say that we could see that. There was a moment there where your brain just went, oh, no.
I see the cogs trying to turn, like...
Like, there's just something stuck, yeah.
It's like, what do you know what it is? It's because I was like, am I about to say something really fucking stupid? Like, is there a word in the English language I'm forgetting? Like, what is it? There's one specific word that when I'm trying to like speak, I always forget like the past tense of the word, and I'm like, what is it? Like, I can't remember my exact word, but I always remember that there was like a meme that went around on the internet, and it was like, oh, my question asked me, to write down the past tense of think. So I thought, and eventually I settled on thunk. And I was like, that's me.
I like that a lot. When you said the she or they thing, have you seen the skit by James Acaster where he talks about women using language in a way that men just can't understand?
It rings a bell, but I don't know.
So he does this whole bit where he basically says, he's like, he was talking to someone and they said he or she, and he's like, and I like any guy who says he or she, because he was fully prepared to just say he right up until he remembered she exists. And then he had to say he or she. You nearly got me, but you didn't. And he's like, women don't have this problem because they say they. And he was like, but that really throws men as well, because they'll go they or she. It just really tickled me. It's really funny. Can't do it. Not all men, just most.
No, yeah.
Not all men.
the large majority.
And then the small majority of the ones that'll just go, hey, yeah.
Yeah. And then the even smaller group, they'll just go, who are we talking about?
Right. Sorry, I wasn't listening.
It was miles away.
Sorry, what?
There it is. My brother does that to me all the time.
So does my dad.
Like, so-and-so wasn't listening. Sorry, what'd you say?
Or I'll talk about my dad's selective hearing and he goes,
ADHD. No ableism in this. You know what? How I got into drama school, I don't know, because I can't even attempt to make these jokes. Like, I used to be able to, but see now I'm just like, I like try to be like, oh, don't you dare, and I just start laughing. I don't know if it's like a defense mechanism, because I'm like, what if people think I'm serious?
I don't think anyone would take you seriously, Emma. You're fine.
Do you know what? That's the thing, though. Like, see, when I tweet something, though, and people take it so seriously, and I'm like, listen, I know the whole, like, oh, this is Twitter, blah, blah, but I'm like, when mutuals take things the wrong way, and I'm like, you don't know me at all. I chat to my mum. I'll be like, Mum, look at this. And she looks, and like, what did I show you? And she's like, I'm like, I
do that to my mum a lot. I'm like, come on, what did I just say? And like, sometimes thing is, the problem is I have a teacher voice from being a teacher. So I'll just be like, it's fine, I'll wait. And my mum's like, don't talk to me like one of your students. I'm like, stop acting like one, Ben. I expect eye contact when we speak.
Now, Hannah, again, with the ableism.
There's, she can make eye contact because she expects eye contact from me when she's telling me off. I just think it's, equal that way.
Exactly. Yes, Ashley, yes. Probably isn't. It's just so funny. It's when like when Keris tweeted about like, oh, I don't trust people that have read more than like 5 books or whatever this year. That was like the start of January, and people went off on it, and it was like, she isn't saying you're wrong for reading more. It's like,
I think that the thing with that was, I think the joke, even if people had seen it as a joke, didn't understand that the punchline is Keris.
yeah.
Keris is joking about herself, and I think that the problem is there's a lot of context.
She was taking the piss out of me because I'd read like books at this point, and she was like, "I don't fucking trust you."
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, but like the joke of being like, yeah, anyone who's done that because she can't or hasn't. I mean, she's doing a teaching degree. No one's surprised, but it's just the fact that people are so defensive of stuff they're really proud of. It's like, it's got nothing to do with you. It literally couldn't have less to do with you.
The thing that I've noticed with a lot of these things is that people are really quick to forget we all come from different places. So like I'll say something and people are like, I can't remember what it was, but I said something recently. It wasn't like taken in a negative way, but like, oh, what was it? Oh, it was when I said I got requested for another sensitivity read and I got paid like whatever I got paid for it. And I tweeted because my mum had said, "Oh, you better thank Sia then," because obviously because of Sia's music and that Finding Sam book, people found me as like an autistic.
Molly's gone. Molly can't breathe.
No,
like obviously because of that, more people like if they search like autism or whatever, they were finding me. So mom's like, "Oh, you got to thank Sia," and that's just something that people. I don't know about you guys, but like that is a phrase that people will put like say here, like like, "Oh, you better thank blah blah blah," And then are completely like, fuck them, they did wrong, but joke's on them because you're succeeding. And everyone was like, no, you don't. You shouldn't be thanking Sia. And I was like, it's the joke though. Sia doesn't like autistic people, but she's made me successful in my own way. And it was like, people forget it. Like, obviously, like, I for a minute was like, what the fuck? Like, and then I was like, oh yeah, people aren't all from the same place. But people are so quick to forget that people use different language everywhere. And it's like, just take a step back and be like,
the one that got me,
context?
The one that got me was when someone was talking about unhauling books. It was around the same time that Jessie had made that post about how you like, if you don't want to watch hauls, just don't watch them, kind of thing. Now I get where they're coming from, but even they were like, okay, I shouldn't have said it that way. But you posted a thing about unhauling books and the fact that you were like, someone in prison or a murderer isn't going to want to read Twilight or something like that. And the internet went batshit. And like there were so many people messaging saying, not all criminals are murderers, blah, 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 blah. And this one person in particular, I think you'd apologized to them at that point. And I had like stood up for you and been like, guys, you need to just wind your necks in because this is not the thing you want to this is not the hill you want to die on. Like this really isn't. Who are you defending here?
Leaving. I'm leaving at 7, Rosie.
Yeah. 15 minutes. And they just kept coming to me. Yeah, she's got crystal stuff to deal with.
Yeah. So we're not reading. You're just here for the band.
Yeah. But like they just kept being like, you should apologize. And I was like, why should I apologize? Who have I offended except murderers? And you know what, I don't really care if I've offended murderers so long as they don't know where I live.
I remember like I really don't care if I'm upset at murder. I know, like, because the main I can't remember who it was that I like spoke with, but I remember speaking with them, and it's because they had a family member who was wrongly imprisoned. I think they were in prison at that point, and I was like, I think what you have to remember as well, though, is that is America. And I'm not saying that like, oh, Scotland doesn't imprison people falsely, but it is not to the extent of America. And I was like, this is a situation where you're kind of missing the point. And like, okay, I couldn't have worded it like that. I actually forgot about that. So
the thing is, it was one of those things where like, if I had said like, no criminal deserves to learn to read, then yes, I should be cancelled immediately because that's completely unacceptable. But I didn't. I said that a murderer probably isn't going to like Twilight. Like, yeah, it's a sweeping statement, but who am I really insulting? Me and my tastes about Twilight, you and your tastes about Twilight, and a murderer, but not falsely convicted, a murderer. Yeah, like it could be any murderer.
That's the thing. Like it's a difficult line because like like if somebody tweets something along the lines of like, oh, if you're making a video, look at the camera, I want eye contact, then obviously I'm going to turn and be like, excuse me, neurodivergent people exist, we can't look at a camera. But when someone says a murderer is not going to want to read Twilight, that isn't saying people in prison aren't going to want to read Twilight. That's saying actual murderers aren't going to want to read Twilight. Yeah. So there's a difference. Like you can make a like
it's a generalization, not a stereotype. It's not hurting anyone.
Yeah, like it's not like the generalization was saying everybody in prison. Like in that case, if I was like, oh, but I meant the people who are supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Whereas when you make a statement of, if you say able people make eye contact, I ain't going to come up to you. But it's the fact that people just automatically assume that we know they're talking about non-disabled people. And I was like, well, I thought it was kind of apparent in the tweet that I'm saying, and also, this was the middle of a fucking pandemic. Nobody was taking anything anyway. I'm thinking of Twilight, and obviously because we brought up drama, someone else came on. Bring up drama.
What an intro.
The MVP shows up.
Hello. I was literally sat here naked watching it, and I was like, I'm just gonna put a shirt on and say hello.
We're so relieved. We're glad you took that extra step.
Yeah.
Well, to be quite honest, in my vlog that went up today,
where is this going?
I said that I was going to vlog. I was on the phone with Emma on the vlog, and I said that I was going to vlog my experience getting a transvaginal ultrasound. And it came across in the way that I was going to vlog the actual, like...
internal ultrasound.
Yeah, but which is not what I meant.
Molly's face.
Molly's like, oh, I want to see that.
Free content idea, thanks.
I mean, I could record it and post it on OnlyFans, but I don't know.
Wait, sorry, who wants to see my internal
Who wants to see my possibly diseased ovaries? Who wants it?
Delicious.
Give me some money.
Oh, Hannah.
Oh, unacceptable. So this live's finishing soon, right?
Yeah.
I decided to start making a little house, room by room, for my rats.
We saw in the group, but
yeah.
So cute.
Why didn't you come in and tell us that bit first, Ashley? Why did you come in with diseased ovaries first?
I don't know, it's been at the forefront of my mind for
that's fair.
the past few days. Because it was like, I was on the phone to the doctor and she was like, yeah, I'll send you for an ultrasound. And I was in the middle of a class as well, and I was on the phone to her, and she hung up, and then 2 minutes later she called back and she was like, oh yeah, by the way, because you're a bit fat, it's going to be an internal one as well. I'm like, okay, that's nice to tell me in like a 15-second phone call, like 2 minutes after the original phone call.
They were like, we didn't want to tell you to your face, so we're just telling you 15 minutes later.
And she was like, yeah, I just didn't want you to show up for the ultrasound and then get a shock.
Yeah, I think I'd be like, I'm sorry, this is not what we're here for, what are you doing?
That's like, right, when I went to get some scans, that
was the most, like, shady. When I went to get some scans.
Yeah.
No, like, I don't really want to talk too in depth about what they were on the internet, to be honest with you.
Entire medical history.
Huh?
I want your entire medical history right now.
No.
I don't. So as you were, Molly.
The internet
Anyway.
not. But anyway, I had to have some anaesthetic for it. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Something.
The anaesthesiast will give you anaesthetic.
That's it. And they do it based on your weight, by how much they give you. And I woke up halfway through my first scan and started crying. And then the guy came over after and was like, I'm sorry, I didn't give you enough. And I'm like, oh, great. So that's your way of saying you're actually fatter than we thought. We didn't give you enough.
Wow. When we were talking about like TikTok memes earlier, there's that one where like someone's trying to bully someone for like being heavy or whatever, and they're like, "Oh my god, you're like 200 pounds," and it's like, you do not think I'm that skinny. Like, that's...
Oh my god, you think I'm skinny?
Skinny. Well, when I went to the hospital and had to have an ultrasound, it's when they found out that I had PCOS. But they were
they think I might have PCOS. That's what it's for.
It's 1 in 4 women, so it makes sense that in a group of 5 of us, 2 of us have it. But that's some basic maths for you there.
Maths.
Yeah.
and my boyfriend is stuck on the fact that I have a higher level of testosterone than I should.
Yeah.
According to my blood test, and he won't stop talking about it.
Why is he so hung up on that?
I don't know. He's like,
Okay.
you have more testosterone than you should.
Yeah, that's
And
that's
then
a
all
symptom
like
of PCOS.
You should turn around and be like, it's because I've got more balls than you.
Yes, love that. It's why I'm so aggressive. Genuinely, it's why my mood swings are so like I'm either very happy or raging. There is no in between.
You know what? I wonder if they've ever tested my testosterone, because I found out that I am allergic to estrogen as well. Because I had to get the morning after pill once. So that was a fun experience. Oh my god, I thought I was dying. I actually thought I was dying. Like, I had to phone like 111, and I was like, look, I've just taken whatever this LL1 or whatever. I was like, I feel like whatever's going on with me. I had like a migraine, like my head was on fire, and they were like, oh yeah, you're allergic to estrogen. And I was like, sorry, what?
Didn't think to tell me before.
Well, no, they didn't know I was allergic to it. They just went,
Well,
yeah,
this is how we work it out.
You were like,
Turns
yeah,
out.
But
I
how
was
can
like-
you be allergic to estrogen?
But it's just because you have to, like, the L1 is a pure estrogen pill, and it, like, whatever it does, like, stops you creating a child. But I used to have the most intense migraines, and I was on the normal pill, which is a mixture of estrogen and whatever. And then when I went to the doctor, and I was like, oh well, I had that pill, and that like almost killed me. I mean, it didn't. I just didn't feel well. And they were like, oh yeah, you just need to not have estrogen, so we'll give you the progestogen only pill instead. And I was like, oh.
See, I'm on that one too, because the combined one gave me really intense migraines. Maybe we're the same.
Oh my god, we're just not feminine enough.
That's okay.
I also don't think that's how that works.
I have the
Okay.
female stereotypes with my long flowing hair.
Well, it's
I
okay.
mean, you've
Did
got so much hair, Emma. Like,
I know, look at all that.
But you could have less.
You could.
I actually know someone that shaved their head, but like they had like the proper like shiny polished head look, and I was like, are you sure you don't have like alopecia? Like, how did you do that? I love it.
Maintaining it every day. You saying about how you're not feminine enough. This is one of my favorite stories to tell. A guy once told me, when I told him that I had PCOS, and that basically the version of it that I have, because it's a full-on spectrum of different symptoms, means that I can't have kids. We were on a date, and I was like, look, heads up, can't have kids. Like, I don't want us to like go down this road or whatever. And he went, then what do you think defines you as a woman if you can't have children? Yeah.
I mean,
genuinely,
the
coffee
fact
table,
that I am
like
a
cafe.
woman.
I'm sorry. What? Like, yeah. So it turns out, yeah. I'm dying thinking about it. He was just like, but that's like the whole purpose of being a woman. I was like, how would you fucking know? You're a guy. You've got no concept of what makes me who I am. The rage. But genuinely, one of the funniest dates I've ever been on. Yeah.
I cannot.
It genuinely, like.
I mean, I don't know about you, but I think this is a look.
Oh wow.
Solid.
It is. That.
Right, I'm gonna wrap this up now because I know it's gonna take me like 5-10 minutes to actually leave the group after we end live. And we're also just not doing anything but talking. But I hope you guys liked it. You know, gotta be consistent with my Tuesday night things since I don't do anything else on this channel as of just now. But I hope you all enjoyed it. And thanks for these people for joining as well. Whether it's what they anticipate to be doing or not.
I actually need to do some writing now, so.
But we will see. I say we. I and whoever else decides to join me will see you next week. Hopefully, I'll actually be longer at the normal time and actually maybe. But couldn't be ours today and had more better shit to do. Sorry, no offense. Thanks, Rosie. Thank you.